Let me ask you something that might make you stop and think for a second. Why does your dog suddenly stop sleeping in their usual spot and quietly move somewhere completely different? One night they're curled up on your bed. The next night they're on the couch, then the hallway, then the floor by the door, then the bathroom tile, then back to the bed again, like nothing happened. It feels random, right? But what if I told you it's not? What if I told you that dogs don't just pick a new spot? They're communicating something through every place they choose to sleep? Because here's the truth that most owners never hear. A dog's sleeping spot is a window into their emotional world. And when that spot changes suddenly, it always means something real, something instinctive, something worth paying attention to. So, today, we're going to break down the hidden messages behind this behavior, not in a scientific lecture-y way, but in a simple, honest, everyday dog owner kind of way. Let's dive in. 1. Dogs change. Sleeping spots when their instincts kick in. Even the most pampered indoor dog still has the instincts of a wild animal. And in nature, no animal sleeps in the same exact spot every night. It's unsafe. Predictable sleeping patterns make animals vulnerable. So sometimes, even if your home is perfectly safe, your dog might feel a quiet urge to shift locations, not because they're scared, but because their instinct whispers, "Try a different spot tonight, just to be safe." It's subtle, it's primal, and it's completely normal. Older dogs do this more often because they're more sensitive to sounds, scents, and environmental changes. So, the next time your dog suddenly leaves their cozy bed for the hallway, don't assume they're being weird. They're simply doing what their ancestors did to stay alive. 2. A new sleeping spot can mean your dog is trying to watch over something. Dogs don't sleep randomly. They sleep strategically. Sometimes your dog switches spots because they've sensed something in the environment they want to keep an eye on. A noise outside a new object in the house, a family member who's sick, a guest who makes them curious, a change in routine, or even a shift in the household mood. Dogs are emotional detectors. They read tension before humans even notice it. So they choose their sleeping spot to place themselves where they feel they are most needed. If they suddenly start sleeping, by the door, by the hallway, closer to a specific person's room, or right beneath your feet, they might be saying, "I'm on guard. I'm watching over you. I'm staying close tonight." Dogs don't need words to show loyalty. They show it with where they rest. 3. They might be looking for a better temperature. Dogs are a temperature smart. A dog's sleeping spot has everything to do with comfort, especially temperature. If your dog suddenly moves to the bathroom tile, the kitchen floor near a window, under a table behind the couch, or somewhere cooler or warmer, they're not being dramatic. They're regulating their body heat. In summer, sleeping spots change constantly because dogs are trying to cool off. In winter, they move toward warmth, blankets, carpets, rugs, or your body. Some dogs even rotate between 2 or 3 preferred spots throughout the night, depending on how warm or cool they get. It's not random, it's intelligent. 4. Your dog might be feeling emotionally closer or more independent. This one is fascinating because most people misunderstand it. Sometimes a dog who usually sleeps far away suddenly comes and sleeps right next to you. That's emotional closeness developing. Maybe your bond has grown. Maybe they're feeling more attached. Maybe you've been more patient lately, or more present, or more gentle. Dogs respond to energy, not words. Sleeping closer is a sign they trust you more today than they did yesterday. But the opposite is also true. Sometimes a dog who always slept near you suddenly chooses a little more space. Not because they love you less, not because something is wrong. Sometimes it simply means, "I feel safe enough to sleep independently." Your dog doesn't need to be glued to you to feel connected. Space can be a sign of confidence too. So, don't panic if they move a little farther away one night. It doesn't mean the bond is broken. It may actually mean your dog feels secure enough to relax anywhere. 5. Sudden sleeping spot. Changes can reflect their emotional state. Dogs move their sleeping spots based on mood more than people think. Here are some common emotional triggers. Anxiety. They may sleep closer to you, or in a spot where they feel protected, like under a table. Stress or overstimulation. They may move away from noise or activity and choose a more isolated corner. sadness, or loneliness. Dogs sometimes sleep in your spot when you leave home, just to feel connected to you. Curiosity. They might choose a place where they can observe everything: the living room, the hallway, near the front door. Extra confidence or independence. They might sleep farther because they don't feel the need to stay close. If you watch closely, your dog's sleeping spot is basically a mood indicator. 6. Your dog is reacting to changes in the home, even small ones. Dogs notice changes humans ignore. Something as simple as moving furniture, changing a scent, a new pet, a guest staying over a new baby, changes in your schedule, you being stressed less. Family activity, more noise outside, can make a dog shift sleeping spots, not because they're scared, but because they're adjusting their internal map of the home. A dog's sleeping spot is their emotional anchor. When the home changes, the anchor moves. Some dogs adapt instantly, others need a few nights to settle. 7. Sometimes your dog is just seeking the quietest place in the house. Dogs love calmness. If their usual sleeping spot becomes too loud, too bright, too busy, too hot, too cold, or too chaotic, they'll move. People often say, "Why is my dog suddenly sleeping in the bathroom? Why the closet? Why behind the couch?" Simple. It's quiet. It's predictable. Nobody will bother them there. Dogs crave pockets of peace. And in a busy household, these quiet places become their sanctuary. 8. Pain, age, or discomfort can make them move. Spots, this is an important one. If your dog is older, or even just having an off day, they might change sleeping spots because the surface is softer or firmer, or easier on their joints, or easier to get up from, or closer to water, or closer to where you are. Dogs instinctively seek the spot that brings the least discomfort. If you see your dog moving more than usual, or struggling to settle, or switching spots repeatedly, it may be worth checking for arthritis, hip discomfort, back pain, muscle soreness, stomach discomfort. Dogs hide pain. Sleeping changes can be the first clue. 9. Your dog might simply be exploring new territory. Believe it or not, dogs enjoy exploring different places to sleep just for the sake of variety. Just like humans who suddenly feel like, "I want to sleep on the couch tonight," dogs occasionally enjoy the novelty of a new space. It keeps their environment interesting. It satisfies curiosity. It stimulates their senses. This is especially true for younger dogs, highly intelligent breeds, dogs with strong scent instincts, dogs with lots of energy. New spot, nefastam, new experience. It's perfectly normal. 10. And finally, dogs change their sleeping spot to be closer to the person they love most. This is the part I want you to pay attention to. Your dog may change sleeping spots not because something is wrong, but because something is right. Maybe you've been spending more time with them. Maybe you're their emotional support. Maybe they just want to feel your presence nearby. Dogs shift sleeping spots based on connection. If they suddenly start sleeping closer to your bed, your door, your side of the couch, your seat at the table, or your favorite part of the house, they're not being clingy. They're saying, "You are the most important part of my environment. I rest better when I'm near you. You make me feel safe." That's not a habit. That's a bond. What your dog is really telling you. Dogs don't talk, but their sleeping spot absolutely does. When they move their bed, choose a new corner, sleep by the door, curl up by your feet, or sneak into the bathroom tile on a hot night, they're sharing little pieces of their inner world. They're saying, "I'm adjusting. I'm watching over the home. I'm regulating my comfort. I'm responding to your mood. I feel safe. I want to be close to you." So, the next time your dog suddenly changes where they sleep, don't brush it off as random. It's not random, it's communication. And once you learn how to read these quiet signals, you understand your dog on a completely different level. You start to see every shift, every movement, every new sleeping spot, not as strange behavior, but as a message that says, "This is how I feel today. This is what I need tonight. And this is where I feel most at peace." And honestly, there's something beautifully intimate about understanding your dog that deeply.